Christopher Real here, guys. Working on my 03 Jetta. I already changed the driver side, wheel bearing, lower control arm, ball joints, CV axle, tie rod end, brakes, the works. So that's what I'm doing here on this side. As you can see, there's my CV axle, drive shaft, half shaft, whatever people want to call it. It's all the same. There's my old one. If you can see, here's my wheel bearing. Yeah, it's bad. So I'm going to be getting a tool, waiting until 2 o'clock to go pick that up. There's my tie rod end, replaced all that. So basically, super easy job. Just got to unbolt the tie rod, unbolt the CV axle nut, unbolt the lower ball joint, and then I also loosened up the nut and bolt that tie the steering knuckle onto the strut itself. I braced away my brake, that way it's not in the way. Use a little zip tie. Love zip ties. Also, disconnected the wheel speed sensor for the hub. These little fins right here. Every time it's a magnet basically, and every time a piece of metal spins in front of it, however many rotations that is, ew, that's gross and disgusting, that determines the speed of the vehicle. So, but anyways, what I've done to this vehicle is this was originally a 1.8 turbo. It still has the 1.8 turbo in it, not the original one. I put another motor in it because the other one was having turbo issues. I figured it did some motor damage, was having some issues, so I replaced the whole motor and turbo. Was tired of having an automatic, so I bought a couple other Volkswagen Jettas. Turns out the one that I bought was a 2.0. Still, 2.0 transmission still bolts up to the 1.8. You just got to change a few things like the CV axles. What sucks is when I originally bought this thing, I bought the CV axles for a 1.8. Yeah, buddy, brand new. Got 2 brand new CV axles. Yeah, but guess what? They're for a 1.8 turbo, so they don't fit on here because I have the 2.0 transmission, which requires the 2.0 CV shaft axles. So I got 2 brand new, never opened, never used 1.8 turbo transmission shafts if anybody wants them. Also, got the wheel hub bearing assembly for the 1.8 turbos. However, yeah, they don't work on mine because, yeah, it's for the 1.8 instead of 2.0. I bought all this shit thinking it was the same, but unfortunately they are not. The shrouds for the brakes and the rotors and the calipers are all different, unfortunately, so I'd have to replace a lot more. I'd have to get new brake calipers and new rotors, and I just figured I'd just replace the wheel bearing and the spindle assembly. If anybody would like to purchase those off me, I'd probably give you to them at a discounted rate. I'm not trying to ask for, you know, brand new prices or anything, but if you do need it, I have them in stock. I got 1 driver, 1 passenger side of both the wheel bearing knuckle hub assembly as well as the CV shafts to go with it. Driver and passenger side. If you're interested, please let me know. Otherwise, stay tuned. Once I get go get that bearing puller, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the video of that. So stay tuned.